Hey, 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 hey! Happy Monday morning to everybody. It is January 23rd. I'm Colleen Biggs, the founder of the Leap Community, as well as a performance business coach and have been for 22 years. I love what I do, but my most favorite part are these interviews and the connection I have with the women in my community. And I'm so excited to have Marie Dubois here with us today, who is a mystical Marie ever since she left corporate America. And she was really led to leaving corporate America and moving into this space as an entrepreneur after coaching and assisting so many of her colleagues just, at work. So Marie, welcome to the show today.
Well, thank you for having me.
It's awesome to be here. And I feel like Marie and we crossed paths on a TV show that we were both on called Stop Waiting, Start Living. Do you want to tell us a little bit about the TV show? Because that's where we met.
I know that TV show, and it seems like it happened just yesterday and also a long time ago. Does it feel like that for you?
Yeah. Long time
ago.
Well,
the TV show itself, how I even got there is a cool story that I won't go into because it's really long, but it was an answer to a prayer. It was an answer to direction. The day I learned about the TV show, I had been asking for direction from God, right? What do I want? What do I need? This is a room of people who can help me fill that need. And then there was Julie Jones with her amazing personality and just everything that she is. And so we get to go to this TV show, and it was a lot like being with you. It's all organic. It's an amazing conversation. And she asked me some really thought-provoking questions that I didn't expect. So that was fun. And I just love the results because now I can send people to go see that TV episode when they want to get to know me just a little bit more. So I love it.
Yeah, it's really great. It's great exposure. The Leap community is all about visibility, of being seen and being heard. And before we went live, Marie and I were talking about how much there is out there. Every single person that that's an entrepreneur is literally trying to shove every one of their events down your throat, all their information down your throat. Buy this, buy that, try this, go to this, go there, watch this, right?
Yeah.
And it's a lot. It's a lot. And then a client of mine shared something with me that really hit me yesterday. She said her pastor at her church said, "We're drowning in content and are craving connection."
Mm-hmm.
And Marie, I feel like you're the epitome of connection. Just since God put you in my path last year, was what, September of last year? We've seen each other and spent so much time together since that point. And I just love your energy. I love your heart. I love your emotion that I feel from you. And would it be so bad if we let go of just this overcrowded crap and let go of maybe what we didn't accomplish in 2022 and let go of the judgment we have against ourselves and really live the life we're meant to live? Like, be happy and joyful. Yeah. So many people that I talk to on a regular basis, Marie, they're like stressed and they're not happy and they're running from here to here. And it's like, why aren't you happy? Why aren't you enjoying your day? Why are you allowing these outside atmosphere get to you? Tell us about the things that I know you've taken a lot of leaps lately, and you've even written a list of what those are like.
I did.
What has it taught you doing things that were scary?
I think people are scared, but I think what happens is they get so bogged down in the doing that they forget about the being is really at the heart of it all. They don't realize they're not happy. I have come to believe and see and feel that I would put it at 90% of the people on this planet don't know what true joy is. They're not living in joy. They're not living a joyous life every single day. Their baggage is getting in the way. And it's almost like they carry it like it's a badge, right? Oh, I'm not sleeping. Oh, my mind won't shut off. Oh, I can't this. And they wear it like, I haven't slept.
Like it's an honor.
Yeah, it's an honor. They're wearing
Burning the
it like it's
candle at
this
both ends
to
is
be
like,
you had to be
you
so
should get
proud
an
of it.
award.
Exactly.
I remember in corporate America, it was like,
Yep.
oh my gosh, that people would send emails at midnight, 1 o'clock, and it's like they want people to recognize
That
them
they're
for
working at midnight
working. And
and
I'm like,
1 o'clock.
you're all crazy. You have
Yeah,
crappy time management if you're working that late, you know?
exactly. It's a choice. It's a choice. All of it's a choice. And it's a choice.
Yeah.
It's the choice of an untrained mind, right? Because you can train your mind to stop racing all the time. And you can train your mind that to not go down that I need to drag 2022 into 2023 with me and all of my failures and everything that I did. Now, do we learn from the past? Absolutely, but we don't live there. It's a reference book, right?
It's
It's like, well, the
history.
last time I did this,
It's part of our path.
right? It's a part of you. It's part of who you are, but you
Yeah.
don't have to own it. And you don't have to own your emotions and you don't have to be your emotions. You can be who you are, who God knows you to be.
Yeah.
That God, right? Knew you, the new thing this year, right now, every year when it changes, new you, wait, new year, new you, right? Is what
New
people say.
year, new you.
New
Yeah.
year, new you. What that's so trite. What I think, and I've been listening to what our pastor had said was he said, New year, new you, KNEW. Be the person that God knows you to be.
Mm,
And so in order to be that person, you have to let go.
yeah.
You have to let go of the past and choose, make different choices.
Yeah, we really
Yeah.
do. And I guess I just want to ask, and this is for all of those in corporate America out there. I have thousands of you that follow me on LinkedIn. So I'm talking to you right now. Marie and I are recovering corporate dropout addicts, right? We are.
Mhm.
We were in the flow. We were in the atmosphere. And so many of us that I've talked to in corporate and know from all those years, we kind of get consumed by it, Marie,
We do.
right?
Yeah,
And
it
we
becomes our
don't
identity.
it is. And we
Mhm.
don't realize that we miss out on the joy and the happiness and the things that we can still do to fulfill ourselves in
Right,
that journey. And what becomes our journey is what the company wants. That's our journey. And
right.
we can still have those responsibilities. We can still excel and do really, really well in corporate America, but still have our own identity of who we are and be happy with that. So I just want to challenge you that if corporate America is where you love to be and you are not ready to take the leap to be an entrepreneur, or you have no dream ever to want to be an entrepreneur, it's just not appealing to you, make the best out of corporate America
Yeah,
where you are today, because you're on the path that you've chosen. Make the best of it. Just like if you're in a
exactly.
relationship and you're struggling, can you change your attitude? Can we change ourselves first to
Mhm.
make the best out of this relationship? So, talk about some of your scariest leaps. Like, what were some of your, besides like leaving corporate America? That's a huge, scary leap. What are some of your leaps that you've taken that were like,
Um, well, I got divorced, so
that
I'm
was a
married.
scary leap for
Right,
me?
so I'm
Yeah.
married military. And of course, military. Well, I was raised military. I married military, and that's just what the energy that I was familiar with. And then I ended up getting divorced, and so that was a big leap because the children were really young. They were 3 and 5 at the
Yeah.
time, and I wasn't really a stay-at-home mom. I was just doing daycare, so I didn't have a means yet to support myself. But I knew that there was more to life, and I knew that I could choose to be happy. And even though it would be tough, I did that. Then I raised them here in Phoenix, no family support, no local support. And he was a recovering, well, he's a recovering meth addict now. So it was a lot. It was a lot for me to do. And then 12 years ago, my son crossed over the veil. He was 16 years old and we lost him. And I made that choice. I made that leap to say, okay, I'm not going to let this take the rest of my life. I am not going to spend the rest of my life carrying this grief around with me and allowing it to be a biofilm over the rest of my life. And I took a lot of work though. I had to really look at that. But what I know now is that it doesn't honor him for me to walk around sad and grieving all the time. What honors him is for me to live my life and to be as joyous and happy as I can because he's
Yeah.
not sad. Why should I be? Right.
Right.
What else have we done? Well, we made that leap and we went and filmed those TV episodes. And I am in the processes of writing a book. And now I am meeting more and more private clients and I just started doing what I do in an emotional release symposium. It's a gathering sort of a thing where
Mhm.
people come as a group and I teach them how to release some emotions. And then I work with them one on one right there in front of the crowd. And people just have me in their homes and we're doing it in businesses and we're doing it. It's amazing.
Mhm. Yeah. We as humans, I don't think anyone realizes how much emotion we really hold on to
Mhm.
because so many people, like you said, stay busy. So they numb that
Correct.
emotion to have to deal with that emotion, to face the emotion, to work through an emotion, to release an emotion because they're too busy doing. And so they
Mhm.
can use social media, they can use distractions at home, they can use TV and binging TV. They can
Correct.
use substances, alcohol, even working out can also be a distraction for working through emotions. I remember I was a runner for many years and I would get very emotional running because it felt so freeing and I was just with my thoughts. And I worked through a lot of stuff running.
Mhm.
Yeah, it
Running
was,
is a movement at
yeah,
all is a really good way to be able to do that, and you're right. Even well, before I'd really recognized that I needed to do some work after the death of my son, yeah, I would distract myself. I would distract myself with helping other people,
yeah.
right?
People
Oh, I don't have to
pleasing. I'm
I'm gonna look at
recovering.
myself. I don't if I don't look at myself, well, I just help you. I can help you and I can help
Yeah,
her and, and then, oh, well, I don't have to look at me or your phone or TV, just like you said, because if the
yeah,
mind is distracted, then you're not sitting in silence. And
yeah,
that it takes a very brave person to sit in silence because it's in silence when we learn who we are. It's in silence when we can hear the messages and the voices and the intuition and what God's really telling us to do and be and become and live. And if we're too bogged down with, I don't want to do that, I can't do that, I can't do that, my mind's racing, it's a distraction. It's really just a
yeah.
coping mechanism.
Yeah, how many of
Yeah.
you get bored if you sit by yourself in silence? Or
Yeah.
how many of you have never even tried it? Maybe we should give
Yeah.
them a challenge, huh?
I love the challenge. You can start, I think a minute is really long for some people.
It
30
is.
seconds, just sit for 30 seconds. No phone, no music, no nothing. And here's a bonus, do it in the morning sunlight.
Mm,
Put your eyeballs on the sun and don't close your eyes. Just put your eyeballs on the sun within an hour of sunrise and just sit.
yeah.
Ooh.
That's a
Magic.
beautiful time, yeah.
Yeah, it's where the magic happens.
Yeah. I have to say when I first started meditating, I struggled a lot, because I had those monkey mind,
Yeah, the monkey
just all this
mind.
chatter.
Yeah,
And, it's become more peaceful for me now, and my thoughts, the downloads I get from God, the delivery of messages, all of
absolutely.
those things happen in that magical moment in the morning when it's quiet and everyone in my house is no one's awake and it's super early, it's still dark outside, and I'm sitting in silence, on my furniture that's in my office. And, it's where I read, it's where I do gratitudes, and I usually get up sometimes and just start writing a bunch of notes because
Mhm.
that's when I'm getting all of my inspiration on something I might need to do or a subject I need to bring to my clients at the next training. I've done some crazy stuff. And when I tell my clients when we get ready to do it, I'm like, all of this came to me in a download and I just feverishly wrote as fast as I could and put it all together. So I it might sound crazy, but whoever needs it will get the message today, right? I don't know if it's
Absolutely.
always linear across the board and it's for everybody. Sometimes it's when you're speaking on stage and you feel impressed to say something specific, it could be for one person in the audience that could change their life because
Right.
that one thing could change millions of people's lives, right? Just
Right.
from that one person because the ripple effect. So, Maria, I want to ask you a question. What are you most excited about and where you feel you make the biggest impact for 2023 this year?
For 2023 this year, my biggest impact is these groups that I'm doing, these emotional release symposiums. They're just amazing because I can reach so many more people. My private sessions are amazing and very, very moving for the people who are in them, right? They're changing lives and we have that connection. But I can have that connection with 5 or 10 or 20 people at one time in my emotional symposiums.
Mhm.
And in those moments, I can spark the hope for them that they don't have to live the way they're living. They don't have
Yeah.
to stay bogged down. And so for me, that's huge to reach more people. Now I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to talk to enough people in the course of my lifetime. So that, and then of
Right.
course my book, and because the message of my book is basically what we've talked about here today, is that you don't have to live in sadness,
Yeah.
and that you don't have to wait until a tragedy in your life in order to choose to let go of the emotional baggage of the past. And there's emotional baggage in there that you don't even know about. You're not consciously aware of it. And so if I can help people, and I do, that for me is where it's at. That's what I'm for.
And if someone's interested in being in one of these groups, because it's kind of like a baby step in
Yeah.
to doing a deep dive with you, they would just go to mysticalmarie.com/events, right? The one I have on the
Yes.
screen right now.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm still loading them. So as of today, right? But if you just keep visiting and visiting, there's going to be more and more.
Okay.
And you can even host your own event. If you have a business, you can host it at your business. You can host it at your home. You can host it wherever you want to host. I could even do it virtually. If you live in another state, it's not that big of a deal. We'll get on Zoom. You'll bring the people and I'll bring the fun.
Okay.
So,
I love that.
mhm.
So, if someone wanted to connect with you today, what should they do?
Well, they can reach out to me at mysticalmarie.com. There's a little message there if they want to send me an email, a little thing that says contact me. But you can also just email me at marie@mysticalmarie.com. It's super easy to remember. And when you go to my website, there's a little thing that you can text me there. So you don't have to call me. You don't have to email me. You can just quick text me, which I really like that feature.
Good. So Marie at mysticalmarie.com. So you can email her and then use the feature on her website to connect with her. But definitely get out there and try one of her events, and it's one of
Yeah.
those things where you can always sit in the background and check it out. But I definitely highly recommend, if you're feeling this year that you are just craving more deep connections with people,
Yeah.
get the clutter out, right?
Take the
Let's
clutter
not
out.
like, you have to monitor how much content you take in.
Mhm.
And no is a complete sentence. You do not have to do all the things that everybody wants you to do. You need to focus on yourself, the connections of the people that you have around you. And I promise you, if you're a business owner, that's one of the big focuses we have with my clients this year is who's already in your circle? Who
Yeah.
is already in your circle that you can connect deeper with and
Yes.
do more
Yes.
with?
Yes. Yes.
Big focus this year. So I'd love to challenge everybody with that. And for goodness sakes, stop wearing that badge of honor of busy. It's just so 1990s now.
No,
It's done.
it's
We're
such a
done.
turnoff these days, isn't it?
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
done. Like, I crave and admire individuals who build businesses with ease, with not the push and pull and that energy around that push and pull, but the ease of attracting their clients, right? It's
Right,
why I wrote a
right.
book on it. It's why we have the visibility community like Leap for Ladies, the Leap community. It's huge for women to be able to get that visibility and do it in a very fun, safe, and nurturing environment. So,
Mhm.
Marie, thank you so much again for being here today. Don't forget, you guys, mysticalmarie.com. Connect with her there. And if you want to go check out her events, go to mysticalmarie.com and click on the events button on her website, and you can show up for the next event. Thank you again, Marie, for being with us today. And to all of you, have an amazing week and go crush it out there.
Whoop, whoop.
Call someone that maybe you've been thinking about lately and just tell them how much you care. You want to connect with them and go out and have lunch. Whatever it is, do something to show someone else you care this week and
Yeah,
connect
give
with them.
yourself permission.
I love it. All
Yeah.
right, Marie, thanks for being with us today. Goodbye, everyone. Have a wonderful week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.